remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Cowboys, gut check, reality check, all of the check. We got to take a real good look at this. Look at this. Mama said that there will be days, literally, just like this. Cowboys overreaction and anger plus more. I got the same title here. It's going to be a post-game late edition. But I'm angry and I'm upset. I'm mad. Who's not? And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button. Sharing is caring, Cowboy Nation. The enthusiasm. It's where it need to be at, huh?
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
And now
it's here.
Come on with
What
it.
should I say? I am.
Morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Shout out to you, Brandy. Thank you so much. We look bad on both sides of their ball. Yeah, we did look bad. I'm to the point that I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm disappointed, I'm annoyed, and is pieces of it dealing with the Joneses. Other pieces is dealing with the fan base and the direction that we're trying to go. And for the life of me, at one point, a lot of you guys was caping saying, you know, we're glad that the podcast Parsons is gone, right? Another segment of the fan base was pretty much saying that, you know, we should have kept him, or you know, this team is in a situation whereas we shouldn't pay $47 million and all of this stuff, which the asking price wasn't 47, right? Now that there are some people that's campaigning for Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson's of the world's, Max Crosby. There are some people that's looking at it from that aspect, and it is for what it is when we look at it collectively. But when I give you guys sound reasons and understandings, I hope that you guys can hear me out. And that's what I've been doing. And there's a lot of people, you know, saying that, you know, as far as the injuries part of it, let me talk about that too at that instance. Somebody put down free Diggs, Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs situation. Either the Cowboys are going to keep him or get rid of him. It goes back to this point. You can't be a little bit pregnant. Either you're pregnant or you're not, right? You can't be a little bit. And the Cowboys have mastered the thought of being able to be a little bit pregnant, you know. We want him a little bit. And it doesn't matter. So now the ongoing conversation is what a difference one game will make One would argue that F them picks. And now I'm hearing, just by this game alone, now it's swayed to keep them picks. And you're falling right into the mindset of the Joneses. It's been 30 years, 30 seasons of the same results, with the picks or without the picks, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a lot of folks caping saying that one player won't make a difference. As if though I'm finna unleash the wrath of law. Because they say one player would not make a difference. And I'm going to read through this, and it's not up for debate. You guys that's here is getting free law school session. To everyone of the Cowboys fans saying, let's just keep those picks. Let me take you down memory lane and remind you of those first round picks. And we're not even going to touch upon the second nor the third round draft picks. And this is not up for debate. Law school is now in session. And if anybody who wants to debate me on this, feel free. But you will lose ultimately.
J Diz, $5.
Come on with it.
Another year of gaslighting by the Jones family with no results. They got to be removed law. All they are doing is counting our dollar note. Person shrugging dark skin tone male signs.
Man, J Diz, you're right. In 19 of 95, the Cowboys had no draft picks. In 19 of 96, the Cowboys had no draft picks in the first round. And in the beautiful year of 19 of 97, David LaFleur, not to be confused with Matt LaFleur, was handpicked by Troy Aikman, and it never worked out. In 19 of 98, the Cowboys drafted Greg Ellis, solid veteran, but was overshadowed by the Cowboys passing up on Randy Moss. Production was really good, though, with Greg Ellis. Technically, he's basically a better version of Tank Lawrence, and by far our better edge rusher outside of two, and that's DeMarcus Ware and Parsons. But Greg Ellis was really solid. One can argue his numbers excelled over even Parsons because Parsons didn't stay here long enough. But that's a whole nother conversation. In 99, for your mind, Ikebon, however you say that kid's name, didn't really pan out for us. Consider a bust. 2000 and 2001. No first picks, no first round draft picks was there. In 2002, shout out to Roy Williams. Roy! Shout out to Roy. Great player for us, by the way, for the first 3 or 4 years. Then they changed the rules up on him, and they took away his superpowers, which was hitting. So you had to have players to make a football move before you declare. And then, of course, they forced him to play more coverage because he couldn't pop them when they tried to go across the middle. Lord have mercy, Terrence Newman, old reliable, right? Dependable, durable, older guy that we drafted. He was 35 and we drafted him, He didn't panned out with us as far as down the stretch, but he was solid. Oftentimes, people said that he was underrated from the fan base, but I liked T-New. Matter of fact, if we contextualize it, he probably been our best DB that we done drafted in the last 30 years. Believe it or not, I don't think that we drafted, Terrence Newman versus Trayvon Diggs. Terrence Newman total body of work is a whole lot better in my opinion. So we get down to 2004. I'm going to take my time. We had nobody. And so y'all take y'all time with me as well. 05, we had DeMarcus Ware, Marcus Spears. DeMarcus Ware was considered the first Michael Parsons without the podcast. So many people said he don't show up in big games. He didn't show up in the postseason. He wasn't a difference maker when we needed him the most. He stayed hurt. He stayed injured. They never built around DeMarcus Ware. And then he was more praised after he left the Cowboys, opposed to when he was with the Cowboys. Jay with this super chat for $1.99 for your mind. Law, I feel like a Jets fan. I'm tired of this SHI, and you can put the T somewhere in it. Completely, I understand. Bobby Carpenter in 2006, considered a total bust. His claim to fame was when he played against us. Detroit, I think he had 2 pick sixes. And made the quarterback the best man of his wedding. Y'all remember that. I'm not even going to bring up the quarterback that threw it. But that was a terrible situation for us with Bobby Carpenter. Anthony Spencer stayed hurt, wasn't reliable, considered a semi-bust, not all the way bust. Just he couldn't bust it all the way. You just consider a semi-bust. Felix Jones and Mike Jenkins, who remember them boys? To this day, Felix Jones can't stand Law Nation. But shout out to him. Boy, he had a few splashes, then got fat. He was at first looking like David Chappelle, and by the time it was time for him to go, he was a bowling ball with legs. Salute to Felix Jones, though. All right. No first-round picks in 2009, but Dez Bryant came here in 2010, right? In 2010, star-studded wide receiver for us. Believe it or not, he had to fight for his money. Hold on to that. I'm going to come back to y'all for the answers on the test. You know, yeah. Semi-bus is wild. Sometimes you got to laugh keep from crying. Dez Bryant, phenomenal wide receiver in my opinion. But he only had 2 winning seasons with us. Let that sink in. 2 winning seasons. I'm not even going to count the 2017 when we finished 9-7 that season and still not able to make it to the postseason. But collectively, 2 winning seasons. Morris Claiborne. Oh, I forgot. Tyron Smith. A third of the fan base turned on him just like they turned on Dez Bryant. He took a team-friendly discount. The first guy to sign like an 8 to 9 year contract here. And a third of you guys never appreciated him. Y'all talked bad about him. Y'all said that he always was hurt. Hey, we should cut him, save some more money. Like what the Cowboys going to do with that money. I digress. Mo Claiborne, 2012. We knew that he was going to be one of those guys when he was drafted, had pimples all over his face and his voice was squeaking. Cracky voice. And ultimately shattered before his career got even started because they put him up against Dez Bryant in training camp and he never recovered. Took away all of his confidence. Took away. And the Cowboys had the audacity to get up there to speak about these precious draft picks. We passed up on Gilly, Stephon Gilmore. We passed up on Luke Kuechly. We passed up on multitudes of guys that was crazy that year and drafted to get Morris Claiborne. Shout out to him. He followed the show too, by the way. He probably unfollowed now. Travis Frederick, it's not his fault, but he was a real good interior guy for us. Phenomenal. Got hit with the Gillsbury, whatever the disease. We hope all is well with him. He about as small as me now. Shout out to Travis Frederick. That beard is still dope, though. But he only had 2 winning seasons with us. 2014 and 16, by the way. Zach Martin. Sheesh. Zach Martin. I think that, boy, if we ever dropped the ball, it was for not being able to build around this offensive line and to get talked about as we have the best offensive line. I think Zach Martin was an issue as it relates to coaching. Didn't know how to utilize and use them. Byram Jones, it's the same story. And by the time I get down to the end of it, y'all going to get with what I'm saying. Byram Jones, elite athlete, became a solid cornerback, but they didn't know where to put him. Put him at safety. Put him inside the slot. Put him back at cornerback. Ezekiel Elijah Elliott. A third of you guys were out on him. The only player in the National Football League to get suspended without a mugshot for 6 games. Never been arrested, by the way. Most of you guys said, hey, man, we should have drafted Jalen Ramsey. To this day, we still said, hey, we'd be better with Jalen Ramsey and draft Derrick Henry in the 2nd round. But we got Ezekiel Elliott, didn't know how to drive the Porsche, basically. We had a coach out of Jason Garrett that didn't really know how to utilize him and use him. And then we had a first-time ever play caller by the name of Kellen Moore. I wonder what the Saints are doing, how they looking, by the way, of calling plays for him. Who was on the team when he was drafted as a player. Let that sink in. Taco Charlton. I think that people had better experiences at a street vendor tacos versus watching Taco Charlton play out there on the field. We passed up on TJ Watt to get Taco. Why? Because he had longer arms. Fit the body type. How is that working? I know some people right now, yeah, we did waste Zeke career here. Poor Zeke. That strengthens my argument too, by the way. Leighton Vander Esch. Promising rookie career. Very promising. Had the paper mache neck though, you know, sheesh. Sheep board neck, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hurt. Considered a bust, by the way. No first round pick in 2019, but I want to allude to the fact that the Cowboys did use that pick for Amari Cooper. And then when we got him here and he took $6 million less, a third of the fan base, the Cowboys front office convinced y'all that he wasn't good enough. Let's trade him away to Siberia. And we got a Matt Waletzko for him. Where's Matt Waletzko for him? Where's Matt Waletzko? He probably Uber eating somewhere. No offense to the Uber Eats and DoorDash drivers. CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, I'm going to get to the point. You just wait for it, Greg. He said, what's the point? I'm going to get to it. I'm moving slow just like this Cowboys defense. I'm pissed off. I'm trying not to cuss as much right now. So y'all take your time on me taking my time. CeeDee Lamb, a top-tier wide receiver who, lo and behold, these are the ramifications when you get here. Ask me in the chat, did CeeDee Lamb have to fight for his money? Yes or no in the chat? Let me know in the chat. An elite wide receiver had to fight for his money. And this is what y'all want to save y'all picks for. For that player to get here, to play 2 to 3 years, and then he, in return, is going to have to fight for his money. Woosa. Micah Parsons, an elite talent. By the way, Cowboys never had the ability to build around him. Damn it, contracts, drama, locker room, team politics, however you want it. overshadowed. Because a third of y'all, I've been doing this for a long time, been complaining about Michael Parsons, not just year 1, but year 2, year 3. And then he had to fight for his money. Yes or no? And this is what y'all want to do. Woo, sir. Y'all saying go get these picks. Let me know one person that can out-debate me with this particular topic. You can't find him. Tyler Smith. A solid pickup. What is more valuable? And especially if you utilize and using the first round draft pick for them. If is it left tackle more valuable or left guard is more valuable? We are playing a player and we paid him, shout out to the Cowboys, for utilizing the money from Parsons to go ahead and pay Tyler Smith. But in my opinion, he is more valuable, in my opinion, at playing left tackle opposed to playing guard. There's nobody on this planet that can tell me otherwise. And they would rather say, okay, I would rather have this guy inside, whereas your quarterback getting beat down from his blind side at left tackle. These picks that y'all so preciously want can't even get on the field in the right spot. Mozzie Smith, currently viewed as a bust. Everybody know that if you're going to trade away Parsons, your direct line to help Parsons was Mozzie. Well, you should have made a package deal and get rid of him too. Because he's viewed currently as a bust. And he's struggling. We should all know that it takes 3 to 4 years for interior guys to show up and give us something. But looking at the pattern, it's hard to explain to keep him for next year. Tyler Guyton is too early to judge. But we did have Big Flozell Adams on the show, and he said that, man, I like his footwork. He got good hands, but he's soft to me. He's still going to need time to develop. Tyler Booker, I like smooth. I like his grit. The jury is still out on him. I think that he's going to be okay, though. So these are the first round picks that you guys are ultimately saying we should keep.
Immortal Legend $5. I'd rather trade first round picks for known commodities with the 1-2 year window they have left.
My guy, Immortal, you immortalized as a genius over there, is what I'm getting at. And even if the Cowboys would love to hold on to their first round draft picks, which is cool, I'm not even going to fight them over that. But what I will fight the Cowboys on is that, and a third of you guys who trying to debate me about this whole topic, is I want y'all to think bigger. Y'all thinking only singularly. Y'all only thinking first round. We got multitudes of seconds and third rounds that we can shop up and get rid of. If you want to hold on to your precious first round draft picks, by the way. I've been saying this for a long time, and I got historical references and data to say to you all, we don't need all of those picks. We don't need 5th and 6th and 7th round draft picks. Package them things up, get closer to the top 100. Woosa. So it was also brought to my attention that the Cowboys also have a problem with Will McClay from the fans and from some people that's looking at it from that aspect. Well, Law, what about Will McClay? No offense to Will McClay, by the way, but let's keep it real. And I've been saying this for a long time. Got some heat from it. I ain't trying to work for the Cowboys. I had people come up to me in tears talking about the organizations and how they got to walk around damn near like it feeling like on eggshells. But I stated this, and I'm going to say this. He's a glorified NFL version of a Uber Eats or a DoorDash guy. The driver. Jerry and son, Stephen Jones, placed the orders. Will McClay go and pick them up. Now, sometimes if you ever did a DoorDash drive or a DoorDash delivery, and if that item is not in stock, they give you options and say, hey, can you go with this or can you go with that? That is what Will McClay do, by the way. This is not an invaluable option. Can you at least accept this? Or can you at least accept a Corey Ballantyne? Can you at least accept an Elijah Clark? You know, we got Bridges. Don't y'all know that if it wasn't for the Cowboys, Elijah Clark or Bridges to that degree, hell, they would be working at Uber Eats. Wait, what you doing, dog? Yeah, man, you know, I didn't get picked up this season, so I'm just trying to make a little extra cash to put money in, you know what I'm saying, in the house. So I'm doing this little DoorDash delivery. Don't you play for the Cowboys or something? Nah, man, you know, hey, they didn't pick me up. This is who we rolling out there, by the way, and expecting to win. So he have no control. I'm so sick and tired of y'all saying that Will McClay is a GM. I'm going to let that super chat ring. I'm not going to read all of it, but hey.
$9.99. If you're saying keep the picks and not still make a move for better players for this year and beyond, you don't know ball. It's no player in the draft that will help us immediately.
Ooh, Dwight. Yes. Yes. That's Dwight, baby. Jeez. The thing that Will McClay, he's a real good guy. Talk to him, soft-spoken. Hell, probably buy you lunch and all of this good stuff if you sit around and talk to him a little long enough. Bounce good ideas, great conversations. But unfortunately, I got to say this because nobody on the 3-letter, the 4-letter networks are going to say it. Nobody in the Dallas Cowboys media, nobody that hands right for the Cowboys would say it. Nobody on the radio would say it. But hey, I'm free, and I'm free at last, free at last. And I can say whatever that I want to say when it's the truth involved. He's doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons. He is the ultimate enabler for the Cowboys. He is the go along, get along guy. The brother that do all of the hard work and filling up all of the resources in the back. And then when it works out well, hey, this is what we did. Oh yeah, by the way, it will. But Law, at least he decided to do this, Law. Oh yeah. Bailout stimulus package plan. They told me, man, Law, please don't say this. Man, please don't say it live. I ain't gonna say your name. But I gotta tell the truth. If not, nobody would never know. Nobody would never know. Woosa. Y'all be going around here saying, yeah, man, the Joneses, boy, they do draft well. A real GM have full autonomy to bench players, cut players, bench coaches, cut coaches, reassignments, fit right on in to say, hey, yeah, I get what y'all trying to do. I get that we don't have all of the resources. We don't have all of the skill sets. But at least on 3rd and 10, I'm not finna play every single of my guys behind the sticks. The FBI need to do an investigation on Matt Eberflus, by the way. Florida, with the $4.99 super chat. We haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. I like saying it, 30 years and 30 seasons. No NFC championship game in 30 years and counting. The window for the team is now. F them picks. Go get Minka and Miles. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. It's time out for gaslighting. It's time out for sitting back here saying, oh, man, there's no chance. That is his great foot in the door team. Woo! Man, if y'all looking for some peaceful talk, if y'all was today looking for somebody to give y'all sunshines and rainbows and to tell you, hey, you okay, you doing okay, continue to work towards your goal, even though you got all F's, let me give you some ice cream, let me give you an extra 15 minutes for recess and stuff like that. No. Son of John. Let AI speak.
Son of John, $10. Afternoon. The boys will win if the media reports they are struggling. Then, they lose if the media sings praises. This is akin to what I've said about JJ being Emperor Palpatine and Darth Sidious.
Yes, indeed. And I got verifiable information to know that the Joneses squeezes the balls of the media people. If the narrative is not up to their fitting, they take away resources. They make it difficult and harder for them boys to get out far as the truth.
J Diz, $5. Said it before. Gaslighting is what the Jones family do. Football operations is an afterthought. How much more evidence do we need to see, y'all?
Yes, indeed, man. If y'all only knew. And here's the other part of it, and it's difficult. I've been treading real lightly because I don't have the resources nor the sources to go up against a $1 billion money-making machine. I can only hint at a few things. I can only say a few things. But I could be sniped just like this by tomorrow or today if I continue to talk the way I'm talking. And a third of you guys, just like y'all turn on these players, will forget about me by
John,
tomorrow.
$5. Rather, the team is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
It is double-minded, a reflection of how JJ handled the Parsons issue.
Most certainly. Most certainly. Most certainly. Everyone is squeezing. Lost in translation. Boy, I had back in high school, I had a lady like that, boy. She was squeezing, boy. Ah! And then she had me by the crosshairs, boy. I'll never forget. Boy, I didn't know she had a key to my car, too. She didn't key the car, but I'm sitting here. I broke up with her. Quick story. I broke up with her, and then all of a sudden I get out of, I was in 11th grade at the time, and I get out, track practice and practices, and I go to my car. She in the back seat. Just chilling. That's what that LAW do for you, man. Sure. Kyler Murray is 9-0 in Jerry World. Oh, man. It's crazy. Oh, girl, what you doing in my back seat? It was a two-door Honda Civic that I had at the time, too, by the way. Surprised that she was able to survive in the 90-degree weather. Shoot, that car was hot. It was black interior, black exterior. Lord have mercy. But neither here nor there. That's that law, boy. All right, but neither here nor there. That was many a moons ago, by the way. Many a moons ago. I don't want nobody bringing up old stuff. She an AKA now, though, by the way. I don't mess with them AKAs, Brandy. You know what I mean? Oh, my gosh, boy. Shout out to the AKAs. Neither here nor there. Let me get on to this offense just a little bit. Got to touch on them just a little bit. We average about 20 points on the road with this offense. 40 points at the house. I like my guy Dak Prescott MVP run, but it's flushed down the drain against this game. We was inside our own one. What is the identity of this team? What is the identity of this? Action Power says freaking law loading up. No, but what's the identity of this team? On offense, Schottenheimer, you can't be talking off both sides of your mouth. After we got that INT, we get it all the way down to the 1. I'm sitting here at backyard, right? We got our whole crew with us, right? And we sitting here watching something that might be very much so inspiring, right? Inspirational. Bridges, a guy that they picked up from Walmart, right? I mean, he was in the Skittles aisle talking about, hey, taste the rainbow. And he was able to pick up and get the ball off the ground from, dare I say, Bo Nix. I mean, he was like there. Bo Nix passed it right to him. We get all the way down to the 1 with our offense. If our identity is physicality, toughness, grit, you on the road, Mile High Stadium, why are we passing? I told you even the football gods will intervene when you don't do things logically. You got Javonte Williams, who want to prove a point, by the way, that this was the team that cast him off, who sullied him, who got rid of him, basically. I'm not saying that they did that, but you're looking for fighting words. And we sit right back and we throw the ball. Damn it, Cowboys. We that close. There should have been 4 attempts of double chin strapping that thing up. Get behind your pads. You said that you paid Tyler Smith. You said that, hey, you paid these guys on that front 5, even though you had Brock Hoffman. You paid $7.5 million. To contextualize it, Hunter Luepke is making more money than Javonte Williams. That's where your assets are at, right there. You mean to tell me you couldn't power that ball up in there? That's why we got that false start. The football gods, you can't even, you go back and look at the tape, there was not even a damn flinch or a movement But they had to intervene. They're like, what is Schottenheimer doing? And at some point, that's why I put that a little bit on Dak Prescott. Run the ball. You got full autonomy to change how to play.
Son of John, $10. There is no identity, best offense, worst defense. They both equal 0, 0. If you had to give this season a name, it would be paradox, meaning we are in an infinite loop with no end. Up and down.
Yes, indeed. I call it purgatory, Son of John. Neither heaven nor hell. And I think that that's where God is trying to rewrite the books and say, Jerry Jones, I don't want him up here. And Satan said, Jerry Jones, I don't want him down here either. I don't want to deal with Jones. That's how he's able to defeat cancer. The guy is one of those places that they don't want him in heaven nor hell. It's purgatory, and he's holding all of this energy right here with us. For 30 years and 30 seasons, we've been in the same spot. Like I said, man, Dez Bryant, phenomenal player. 2 winning seasons. 2014 and 2016, not up for debate. And he had to fight for his money. It's the same cycling. From 188 to the next 88. This is what we do. As Cowboy fans. So we get Schottenheimer, who we can clearly say, okay, the offense is moving and grooving. I get it. I can give them a little pass. Hey, they have some imbalances as it relates to that offensive line. We understand that. I know it's hard for this particular team to go on the road to hear the cadence. I think that Dak Prescott does a wonderful job when he can align guys and get people on the same page and say, hey, this is where I'm going with the ball. But that only works when you at the crib. Because evidence, as we get more and more in tune, we can clearly see that this offense at the crib is going to put up at least 40 points, 35 to 40 points. Brandy states, Shotty called plays very scared too. And he did. I think it was 4th and 6, ball inside our own 40 in third quarter. And they decided to punt the ball away. As if, though, we got a defense that can stop and squeeze them and hold them down to something. My guy Schottenheimer was waving the flag in the third quarter. He was like, I'm done with this. I know he's a rookie coach, but man, he's been around football too long. If we're going to say that we are a physical team, at least show it on some end of it being a physical team. And if we want to be really on the road, we got to stop. I almost said a cuss word. We got to stop featuring the ancillaries. On the road, from here on out, Shotty, say, hey, on the road, I'm featuring Pickens, Lamb, Javonte. All the rest of you guys fit in where you can get in. Hey, I like what you're doing, Jake Ferg, but for right now, we got too good of a weaponry to be trying to target these other guys. If we're going to lose with your star-studded players. Don't lose with the guys that just barely making it on the team. Oh, it's 4th and 4. That makes it even worse, Action Power. To my point, when people say no one player can fix this team, you got over $30 million, and then in the next 2 seasons, you got 4 first-round draft picks. What I don't want us to do is to have some feel-good story and say, hey, let's just wait for tomorrow. Hey, let's just wait for next week. Hey, let's just wait for next month. Hey, just let us just wait. Blue dude run timid. Right. It's on the road. Let's talk principles. Don't put off what you can do today for tomorrow. Is that correct? Let's talk principles. Let's not dig a hole and stuff all of our talent there and say, let's wait till next year to see what we can do with it. Are those principles? Did y'all read that before? Somewhere in a book? I can sell y'all all day on the future. It don't hold snow records. It don't hold any weight, but lofty goals or promises. What are you trying to do now? There are some people right now, big as all our world, talking about they're going to wait till next year to start working out. Why you ain't working out now? I'm going to hit my New Year's resolution. I'm going to be able to get in the gym. I'm going to start eating right. I'm going to start trying to get things in order. And I'm going to do that next year. Do it now. Sean, the no commentary says, right before half, yeah. He says, Sean, no commentary. Let's talk about Dak's 2 interceptions, please. Most certainly. Who watched the play-by-play? Did I call it that Dak Prescott is going to throw that INT? Were they playing man-to-man? Quick question. Were they playing man-to-man or were they playing zone when Dak threw that INT? Let me know, were players sitting on routes? That's how you play zone. Look at the Denver team. No pocket windows to throw at. Creating pressure. That's how you play zone. And if you want to play, if you want to give it a little mixture, you can play man over. Underneath man, everybody else play overs. How is it so hard for Eberflus to not even just do that? You can play press, man, zone. But when you give Bo Nix the ability to look right at 5 to 6 yards of a receiver, whether he can do a hitch, a slant, untouched, don't y'all know? Woosa. Don't y'all know that the Dallas Cowboys defense was allowing 5.2 yards per carry before touched? Let me say this again for those who never played the game, who never understood the game. Don't you know how effing horrible you have to be for the opposing team to allow 5 or more yards on the ground before being touched? I get it. I understand Matt Eberflus don't have his weapons, don't have the personnel that he wants to seek to desire to have. I understand he may be playing handicap, but where's your pride? Where's your, at least you will say to yourself, we gonna lose today on defense, but damn it, they gonna have to fight for it. there will be people who will argue and say, well, you know, he don't have the personnel. Oh, sugar. Try not to. I'm trying not to. Try not to. If you don't get Bridges or the other cornerback to scoot up and play and at least bump, redirect, get these guys off position, and have the damn safety over the top to cover in that zone spot, it's not difficult. To redirect, bump, get them up off of their lanes so that that quarterback can say, damn, if I try to throw the ball this way, I'm just talking in smallest terms possible. Not even talking about cloud covers, not talking about cover 6, quarters. We're not even talking about cover 3. We're not talking about even Tampa. Just logical reasons. But you can't have a team full of safeties. Everybody's a safety. I'm with the belief that Jay Versick and Honey Bear or JVV Boy stay paid. All of you guys that's in the comments right now can for damn sure call a better defense than Matt Eberflus. Third and 10. Let me know if I'm right, Action Power. 3rd and 10. Outside of our front 4 that rushed, everybody played behind the sticks. And we were like, hey, Bo Nix, we'll give you 9. As if these guys going to stop their feet to even make the tackle. I literally saw Bo Nix pat the ball, look left to his right. He was like, man, they giving me multiple options. I can go right, left, in between. And Jerry still sitting around here saying, Abda. True story, I was talking to this company that wanted to do big major deal with me. And they said, man, I love all what you're doing, but is there any way possible that you can take down some of the content that you said about the Joneses so that we can align our partnership together? 6-figure deal. No. I thought about it real hard last night. I sat there and I pondered. Shout out to Sadiq, she hit me up. And I sitting there like, no, I can't do it. I can't. I want to, but I can't. I can't be sitting up here putting the clown face on and be like, yeah, everything is good over here, man. Hey, I got the new deal. Yeah, I got a new Athletes Waters deal. That's not the company though. It's like, yeah, it's all fine and dandy. We gonna be all right. Oh man, Cowboys, man, let's just do this. I got to be able to be me, man. My mama would be turning around in her grave if I didn't. Something's wrong with y'all to think that all of a sudden that I got to appease them to do. No. Because I knew that even if I did try to do that, y'all would recognize and say, hey, man, Loudon switched up on us, man. I'm glad he getting his paper, man. Shit. Oh, man, shoot. I'm glad he getting his bread over there, man. Yeah, it looking nice for Law, man. It's good.
Take the money out! All of it!
Shoot. Can't do it, man. Damn, it would have put me up on top of a whole bunch of stuff. Oh my God, it put me up there. But who else will y'all go to get the truth? Will it be worth it at the end? Can you please, brother? Wrestle with myself all night thinking about it. Law, ideally, immortal. What is the fix for this team? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad that you said, what's the fix for this team? Let me see if I can find a way. That's what we got to do, one way or another. 1 second here. Just like I said with this. Listen to what this boy right here, boy.
As I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
We sick and tired of that.
Lord, can you take that down, man? We want to align our brand with you. Shit, hell no. I won't be able to do that.
J Diz, $5. Glad you said no to being a slurp pause for the Jones family.
Man, I can't.
Seriously,
man.
they gotta go bunch of gaslighting clowns FR.
Man, it's difficult.
To try to add a trade deadline to help this team. Does it discourage you, or does it make you feel like you just need to add more at this point based on what you saw today?
Well, loss is discouraging, but as far as my temperament, if I saw a proposition for us to help this team, no matter what this score was today, then I would look at it on the merits of helping this team. And if you're talking about trading for a player or trading a player, I'd completely look at it on the merits of the team, both for next week or the weeks after or for the longer term. So I'd have to answer your question, no, today would not affect a decision on trading for a player.
He said today would not affect their decision on trading for a player. That's what he said. Now, shout out to my guy Brian Broadus. He got this wonderful excerpt here that I heard yesterday with Jeff Kavanaugh. I'm gonna pull this up. Hold tight for me. Hello?
Just training $5. Law, that same meme could be used for Jerry too.
Most certainly. Yeah. Just training. Just training. You're right. That meme could be used for that. But I got until about 2:45 to 2:50. So I'm going to have to get this show really going. But it may be a part two. Of this show. But hold tight for me. Listen properly.
Perry Winfrey, do you believe that the Cowboys are going to stand pat with their football team, or do you believe that we're going to
They're going to trade.
We're gonna trade.
Outside help. We're going to get some outside help?
We're gonna trade.
Big or small?
Big.
Position.
Let's look at end.
Which one? Who's it going to be?
I think they're going to stay after that guy on the West Coast. I think they're going to stay after. I think they're going to stay after your guy at the Raiders.
I do like as soon as it's announced that, like, you know, the insiders are saying, no, they're not willing to trade him. They're not listening to offers. Then the Raiders start sending out promo videos with Crosby.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
because you know why? Because Trey Wingo was absolutely right. Trey Wingo was absolutely right. He got somebody in their organization to tell him that they were interested in moving the player, and Dallas was involved. And Dallas will deny it and say, no, we weren't involved. But Dallas, you know, listen, this is they had to throw water on this thing. It was going, you know, it was like a California brush fire. It was just.
Perry, I went.
Now, if that happens, I'm going to go to, if we get Max Crosby, I got $100 for that for my guy Brian Brothers. I'm gonna send him on either Cash App him, Apple Pay him, or go to his channel and I'm just gonna send him $100. Say thank you for keeping it 100 with us. But by this trade deadline, and if we don't get a Max Crosby, a Tyrone Crosby. No, I ain't gonna do Brian like that. I ain't gonna go at him like that. But damn it, we better go and get somebody. For those who say, well, one player can't change anything and we need to savor these first round draft picks and all of that. Who in this draft for the 2025 season that we gonna get that's gonna be 2026 season is going to be an impactful player enough for us to say to ourselves, man, 2026, here we go, baby. Who are we going to draft? When we look at the draft pieces that we got now, Donovan Ezaraku, who had over 17 sacks last season for his college team, who's playing good for a rookie. That's the max input that we're getting out of him. Tyler Booker, who missed already a handful of games. What kind of impact is he doing for us? Who's our third round draft pick? Who? Shavon Revel. What kind of impact is he giving for us now? So you mean to tell me if we wait for 2026, you might as well say we the 2028 boys or something. Now, oh man, when 2028 get here. But by that time, we'll be still talking about the quarterback. Still doubting the quarterback. Hey, you know, it's been 11 years now. It's been 12 years now. It's been 13 years now. It's time for him to go. None of these picks can save you. Even the people that we are depending on to come back, Overshown, Revel, you think that they're going to be in NFL shape? Mid-season performance? That they are eligible to play 60 reps, 60 snaps in a game? To be some type of driving force of an impact? When guys done already got their NFL body calluses already involved. Now here's the craziest thing of it all. In the NFC East, where are we ranked at, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just going to pull this standing chart up. 3-4-1. The Eagles on a highway to going to be really good for them. They 6-2. They 6-2. They are miles ahead of us. You can wish. Let me tell you how the multiverse worked. There were Eagle fans praising the fact, and I'm not calling all Eagle fans this way, but they were praising the fact that they hurt Cam Scatterboo and he's out for the rest of the season. Talking about revenge. Look at what we can do. And they get blessed. They get more and more things to be received. There's not a one damn Eagle fan that be in there trolling that can sympathize. They talk all trolling talk. They talk all of the reckless talk that they can. Cuss you out, eat horse boo-boo, and still get blessed. I digress. Because they still looking for more and more pieces. They still looking for things to help out their team. 6-2. They go on cruise control. Green Bay Packers 5-1. Detroit 5-2. Chicago Bears 4-3. The whole NFC North, 2 or maybe 3 out of them can go to the postseason. Tampa Bay, they 6-2. Carolina 4-4. Seattle Sea Chickens 5-2. Rams 5-2. San Fran 5-3. There's only one from the NFC East that can make it to the postseason. The only thing that can neutralize all of this, if the Cowboys wake up and stop being docile and stop being timid and scared and grow a pair and go out there and fire their head coach if he don't change his ways and say, hey, we're going to bring more and more pieces in and we're going to try to fix this defense. You don't have to be docile. Even a rabbit got teeth. Bite the hell out of you if you pick them up wrong. Where's our fight? Where's our bite at? But y'all already, we haven't hit November yet. It's not even cold. And people are already waving the white flag. And that's what the Jerry Jones is saying too. If they refuse to go out there and say, hey, we fixing this, man. I want us to fight all the way through the echoes of the whistle. One thing that I can say in life, yes, I don't have a silver spoon. Yes, we grew up sharing rooms. Yes, we grew up on stamps and all of that other stuff. Mama worked so hard that they told her, hey, you make too much money. We can't give you stamps no more. We can't give you this and that. That's okay. She's a nurse. She can figure it out with 4 boys. We had to scramble and scrape and use each other's clothes. But damn it, look at us. We look good. We fought for everything we have in life. Never accepted a C or a D or an F and get warm praises. Mom was an evangelist, cuss you out. You be like, God, dog, I don't know who I should be scared of most, the Lord or you. I'm telling you, boy, you should come home. Oh, man, I'm praying for God. God, please have her to show a little mercy on me. I tried my best, but hey, this C+ right here is all I can bring. And yet we award C's over here. Everything gonna be all right, Lord. Hey, man, it's okay. At the end of the day, you can't pull away a precious situation. Somebody got to change something around here. Now, what we tend to do is we play lights out at the crib. We play beautiful at home. But on the road, we disappear. George says, I love you, Toxic Tom, but we are mathematically still in it until no surrender, no retreat. Yeah. Even the thief on the cross got it into the heavens. All I can say is, and I get what you're saying, Toxic Tom, but I'm fighting to the edge, man. A strong man try to enter my house. Hey, I got a 45. I got a 38 over here. Hey, he gonna have to be able to withstand these bullets too. But I'm protecting this house at all costs. He just can't bust down my door and say, hey, I'm ravaging all of your ladies. And I'm taking you first too, though, Law. There are some people that will fold it and bend it over. Bend it open and give it all up to them. Let them take all of your pride, possessions, and everything. No, I'm fighting. I'm doing something over here. But this particular team fold like fresh laundry. Got no fight in their heart. Playing docile 10 to 15 yards off the ball. Getting ran through. No grace. No Vaseline. Just raw, old rusty pipes in it. And the Joneses said, hey, man, this doesn't determine. Bro, 44 to 24 doesn't determine whether or not you're going to trade this. That means you're accepting this, Jerry. And then the craziest thing is he got a third of the fan base saying, yeah, man, he's right. No trade can help us out right now. Oh, man, yeah, he's right. $30 million that we got to save that money for the next player. Yeah, he's right. We got to eventually pay Brandon Aubrey. Jerry done brainwashed him, and Stephen Jones brainwashed the entirety of the fan base. Then everything gonna be all right. We got a guy that's gonna come back to change all of this for us. We are in hospice right now, I guess. You know, Dr. Tom. Hospice care is designed to give you a comfortable home going. We're going to make sure you get your 3 meals. We're going to change the pillows. We're going to rotate it out. But it's determined that we already going to die, huh? When we got an able body, eyes, ears, mouth, and nose, we can move around. We got $30 million and we're not doing anything and everything to save ourselves. You know why they do? You know why they doing that? Because they know that when this season dies, there's a cash out plan. They finna get more and more money, more and more things to talk about, more and more resources. Don't give a dog about how we gonna die for this season, but they're gonna tell us everything is gonna be okay because they're willing to cash out and send the money that they got for this year and parlay it over for a bigger ship for next season. Parlay that over to another wing on the damn Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. Revamp and do modeling, new chandeliers or something. Hell, new drapes. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. More TV contracts. More shift blaming. More advertising money. Yeah. More moral victories. You saw what we did to Green Bay. Boy, I know I get crazy when Ed Warner started liking my tweets. Boy, I'm hitting so many nerves over here. Everything, they putting everything in that damn stadium but shades. Oh my God.
Take the money out, all of it.
I'm ranting right now. I'm not giving y'all content. I'm ranting. I'm still mad. I'm only mad, like I'm gonna say like my mom would say, I'm only mad at the potentials that I see in you. If you didn't have any, then I wouldn't be mad. You can't have by far a number 1 to a number 5 offense, and in every major category on defense 32nd. And you go home and you say, hey, this is what we did good at. Don't get mad at us. It's only because we don't have the players. Like we the only team that's hit with issues as far as injuries. Like we the only team. It would be a different story if we didn't have the money and the resources and not being passed around as we talk about and gloat about that we are historically the most valued franchise in the National Football League. And we can't bust through a wet paper bag on Sunday on the road. When I used the word can't in the house, it was considered a cuss word almost. It's how we grew up. Can't.
J Diz, $5. We need to Chauncey Billups people for the John. Never mind law face with hand over mouth tears of joy.
You're right. Lord have mercy.
Gosh, good, man. It does. It's an easy drinking beer.
How about the Portland Unhoused?
Pat Surtain, they tried to throw a ball to George Pickens in the end zone. Pat Surtain kind of knocked it away, but he came down. He was hurt. He got hurt. They had to take him off the field. Then we come back out. CD lines up on the right. George Pickens lines up on the left. They run a little pick, try to run a little pick and get CD the ball in the end zone to the right, as opposed to throwing it backside, one-on-one to George Pickens, who was on the cornerback that had come in for Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain was playing George Pickens all over the field. And Riley Moss and the safety would help double team CeeDee Lamb. I told you they would use that technique. And Dak gets the ball and he tries to throw it in to CeeDee Lamb instead of taking the backside one-on-one. I was like, these are the little things that you have to do when especially you have that kind of defense who's going to give up points every time. It's going to be 3 or 7. There's no getting around it. And they couldn't stop anybody today. And then the one time they did get a stop on 3rd down early in that game, they were lined up off sides. Denver gets another 1st down because of the lined up off sides. They stopped them.
Be right back.
3rd and 4 or something like that. But then they get a 1st down on the pre-snap penalty, which Dallas had a lot of those. And then of course, there's no way, there's just no freaking fucking way Dallas can stop anybody twice. If you get 2 stops the whole game with that defense, it's a miracle. It's literally a miracle. So once you got that 1 stop, after you didn't get a touchdown the first time, that was it. It was over. Bo Nix looked like John Elway. Everything he threw was a perfect pass. Everything that team did worked perfectly. They dissected the Dallas Cowboys, broke them down, chewed them up, and spit them out. Dak Prescott played his worst game of the year. Threw interceptions. This was an ugly showing, and it shows you the volatility of this whole unit. You know, offense can look so good at home and so bad on the road. I was wondering, because, you know, Denver's a hard place to play. And, okay, I'm starting to think about maybe the communication issue, they can't hear, but you have to know how, and you have to learn how, and you have to be ready to handle those adversity on the road. You're not going anywhere. Certainly not to a playoffs, and certainly not nowhere anything near a championship game or Super Bowl if you can't play on the road. And right now, Dallas can't play on the road. As a matter of fact, Dallas can't play defense on the road, at home, in heaven, or in hell. No matter where you are, their defense is non-existent.
That's the playmaker right there. Two things travel on the road is defense and run game. But if they don't travel, if our defense don't travel anywhere, and it appears that we do have an efficient run game, basically, at the crib, I might think that when we play on the road, I may go a little bit deeper. And this could be a thing for us collectively. I think that we are only a dome team at this point, but let the AI speak. I got a theory on that. Other teams go outside of the cap and fix it on the back end. I've seen teams go out there and get what they need in the day. F the cap. Yeah. Appreciate you, Queen. Ferg with one target. Yeah. And I think that Dak Prescott pressed, and Dak didn't have his best game, by the way. 188 yards, 19 attempts for about 30 completions. No, 19 completions for 30-something attempts. Just terrible. QBR somewhere near, looking at that, like low 40s. He didn't have a good game. But for all of the Dak Prescott people that calls in, if you didn't call last week, definitely don't call this week. I got an appointment I got to be at the top of the hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at more and more tape, more and more things, and be back for a post show a little later on this evening, where we open up the phone lines and I give you guys my thoughts on everything. And Toxic Tom, you're right. No player always plays great. No, you ain't lying. I'm with the belief that even if we were to put up 40 points, 44 points, Broncos would have had no problem matching that. They would have had no problems matching it. No problem. If that's what we was looking for, they would have had no problems matching. Neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. I'll be right back a little later on today. Appreciate all y'all support.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using the code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. And when you do download, get $100 deposit match up to 100% of that deposit match. And then when you do download the Sleeper app, we do have $20 from me to you. That's the Sleeper read of the day. But when you do utilize the Sleeper app, be sure to use promo code LAW. Cowboy Nation, we're going to run up out of here, and I will be back for a little later on show, and we're going to get things going the best way possible, and we're going to open up the phone line. So it may be around maybe 6, 7 o'clock-ish, 8 if I'm lucky to get back in that time frame. So y'all be prepared to open up your minds, and we can talk about more of the Cowboys and what they need to fix. Cowboy Nation, that's all the thoughts I have for this moment. I'll be back shortly. Appreciate you.